Hello, 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 hello.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is Pedro Ruiz.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro Ruiz, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That is right. This is the show where we combine 3D printing, DIY electronics, smash them together to make inspirational projects. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to jump right into the Discord chat room. Hello, everybody in the Discord chat room. We hope you're doing well.
Shout out to everybody hanging out. We got Do Wester, Mr. Certainly, we got Kirby in the YouTube chat. Thank you all for joining us. We're also in the Twitch and Facebook chat as well. Good morning, Sean.
I'm checking all the tabs.
Flipping through all of these. Good morning to everybody hanging out. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Let's go ahead and jump right into the show.
Alrighty. I'm still struggling to figure out what to do first.
You were correct.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah, so no discount codes, but we are encouraging everybody to go ahead and put all those orders in. Some of the essentials are still being shipped out first, but as soon as those are out, all of the regular orders go right into being boxed up, so definitely get those out. And some of the products are specifically for the COVID, so you are going to have to verify that with email.
This is great to see.
COVID@adafruit.com.
Yes, sorry to interrupt.
So make sure to email that to get certified to be able to get some of those masks and PPE material that we're still shipping out.
Yep. Okay, I'm just saying it's nice to see products, new products being added to the store, and things are in stock. So
Yes.
if you'd like to purchase anything, please do. It definitely helps us out. So things are slowly trickling in.
Mm-hmm. Of course,
Sweet.
lots of PPE as
yes,
well.
lots of new PPE. So check those out. We'll see, hopefully, some more new products later tonight on Ask an Engineer. Cool. All right. Don't forget, we still have some gift certificates. If you'd like to gift a certificate, we have different tiers for you. So check that out at adafruit.com/gift certificates, or just search for gift certificates.
Other ways to help out is Adafruit IO Plus account. So if you're doing a lot of IoT, got a bunch of projects the past few weeks. If you want to test those out, go ahead and get a Adafruit IO Plus subscription. Mm-hmm. Those help out as well. I think you're loading it there.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just goes to my dashboard.
And then go ahead and also sign up for AdaBox. Those are all getting ready soon as well. It's going to be an awesome AdaBox this quarter, so you don't want to miss out on that. We've got a couple of spots left open.
No, they're closed for now.
Oh,
yep.
There was a couple of boxes, spots left open. But
There's a little
definitely click
message
on the notify me so you can get notified. You know, sometimes credit cards expire, people cancel, so you want to be notified if there are any open spots available before they ship.
Cool.
Definitely check that out as well.
Sweet. Definitely still have newsletters going on. Mm-hmm. The once a week newsletter is all about the products. adafruit.com/newsletter if you'd like to subscribe. We also have daily newsletters, different categories. So if you'd like to know more about that, go to adafruitdaily.com, see all the different tiers. We're hanging out in the Discord chat room. This is where we like to party. So if you'd like to join us, you can go to adafruit.it/discord.
Continuing to give people shout outs in the chat. Sandy Calloway, Liz Clark, Blitz City DIY in the house. We got Philip Moyer in the YouTube chat, as well as Jonathan Calvin. Good morning, y'all. Bill Binko's hanging out in Facebook's Facebook chat along with Kwin Cattle. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Let's go ahead and jump into this week's project.
Excellent.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, you got it. Yeah, this week's project is very similar to last week's project. It is a vibration bracelet. It's using the Feather Sense with the NRF 52840. And it's still using that the motor driver, the vibration motor driver, which is the DRV2605L. It's a really nice board. So this is a little case that we made for housing the motor driver, a battery. This is a 420 milliamp battery, and the Feather Sense. Got a light little slide switch to turn on and off. And the motor just gets press fitted there. The motor's got a little sticky backing. Ooh, it's vibrating right now. So it is connecting, it's pairing to my phone. So it pairs to your iOS devices. And we have some YouTube stuff here. So it will, it'll glow and vibrate when you get notifications. And the color will change depending on the notification. So for example, if we get a YouTube notification from YouTube, it'll turn white. If I get one from like an SMS, it'll turn green, and if I get something from Instagram, it'll turn purple. You have complete control over the colors, and you can add new or remove apps in the code. Shout out to Liz Clark, who's actually in the chat room. She put together this demo code and added those additions. Very, very fun. We have a Ninjaflex band that we printed in Ninjaflex, and that just wraps around your wrist. We have these this bit of a tongue buckle, and then we have a series of these slots here so that you can use the different slots to accommodate for your wrist size. This one, you just kind of press it in and it locks in there, and then you can use this little loop here to you know, fold that. These little raised bits here on the side, they're just there for like grip, give you a little bit more grip. I got a pretty small wrist, so the last loop here works pretty well. So yeah, we have a nice little snap fit cover, printed in some translucent PLA so that we can diffuse the NeoPixel that's on there. Clear that out. Cool. So that turned it off. Okay. So we gotta, yeah, let me, I guess, wear it. Does that help? It's a little bit on the wide side, but it's because, you know, it has a pretty big battery. So. I don't know if I can get it over the camera, but it really helps to have Ninjaflex. Otherwise, it wouldn't print with PLA. So definitely a good Ninjaflex project. It sticks in there. Not too bad. It's pretty good. It's got a nice grip to it, some elasticity to it. It takes about an hour to print both bands. And the way it's fitted, it's actually forced through these loops here, or hoops, maybe we can call it. Let me take it off again. And there's this little raised bumper there that keeps it from getting out of there. And the awesome thing about Ninjaflex is you can do this. Well, maybe. There we go. So with Ninjaflex, you get the ability to really just squish this and force it through other things. So that's how it's working. So there's our loop. It's fairly large. If you don't want to print this band, I guess you could use something else and wrap it through there. So it has a little bit of clearance to get that tab in there, and then you just kind of use your thumbs to press that other bit in there, or you could use some tweezers or something to pull it out if it's really hard. So that's working. Yeah, I haven't fully tested the battery, but I haven't had it die on me yet, so that's good. I've had it on for a couple hours. So that's that nice little package. Ninjaflex, some PLA, some haptics.
Yeah, so you tried the 85A Ninjaflex. We did do some tests with the 95A, the shore hardness. So this is like the Cheetah or the stuff from Ultimaker, or any of the stuff that work with like Bowden extruders, and it is a little bit hard, so you would have to use like a horizontal compensation just to get the holes a little bit more loose on that, because it's pretty hard to go on there. And for those that don't know, the differences between the 85 and the 95A is that it's more elastic on the 85A, and these are a little bit more tougher. Doesn't have like a grippy feel to it. It's a bit more smoother, like the elastic one.
Right. So you can still bend it a lot. You can still flex it. There's just no stretchability. So remember how I was able to, you really have to kind of, I mean, you can go this way. That's cool. But like to get these in, it's a little bit more harder to get it in here. So just, as Pedro said, you can play around with the different offsets.
So the pros and cons would be that you could print this on Bowden extruder. One of the things to overcome the hardness of this is maybe using a 0% infill or like a thinner with extrusion.
Right.
So it doesn't print as thick.
Right. Yeah. So getting it in there is a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, you want to get some tweezers or something.
We got Maker Melissa too in the chat saying that, yeah, the first time is not bad. There's always going to be a little bit of stringing, so just setting expectations. This one was not cleaned up. You can kind of see that there's almost always going to be some sort of retraction.
Now I'll tell you why, right?
You do have to lower that down even on direct drives. But it cleans up very nice, as you can see.
Yeah, you can just use some of these flush snips and just kind of clean out all the different retraction points. So one of the reasons why it comes out so stringy is because we really do turn off retraction. We turn off completely. In some slicers, you do that by just hitting 0 distance for your retraction. Why do you do that? If you have it on, even if it's like 0.5, I always get under extrusion. So I want the best extrusion out of here. You want your layers to be really nice and fully extruded. So, you know, to guarantee that you're not going to get any under extrusion, you turn off your retraction. Normally don't play with that, but for Ninjaflex, you kind of should.
Yeah, and we have noticed that some of the printers with direct drives, they are able to do like maybe a 0.5 extrusion if like your or retraction. If your like say your normal retraction is like 1 millimeter. I've had some luck turning it down to like 0.5.
Yes, me too.
It does work sometimes. Not
but
all the
it's
time.
like,
It depends on the geometry.
It depends on what you're doing, yeah. So one of the things to do when you're doing Ninjaflex is you can print overhangs. You just have to have a 45-degree angle, like this tongue here, for example. That has a nice 45-degree angle. And it's got really good extrusion, really good layer bonding because there wasn't any retraction happening. So it's full on really good. I'm trying to really take that thing off and it's really on there good. So yeah, it's pretty nice in Fusion 360 as well. The band is parametric, so you can add more slots, remove more slots, and that sort of stuff. Yeah, you can change the thickness as well if you want to have it a little bit thicker or thinner. You can do that as well. So I have the Fusion files available to download. I also have a step file too if you have something else you want to use.
And then Duester is asking 0.5 or negative 0.5. So I was using this on the FlashForge, which is similar to like the MakerBot replicators, and it was 0.5, not negative 0.5 for the retraction. Right,
okay. Another thing I want to note is that typically what we've done before with these type of Ninjaflex printed wristbands is that we would have like just a nub, just a circle. I found that sometimes the printer doesn't make those geometries that well. So what I found is that if you just make it a long and gated slot like this, you get a better surface quality. You just get a stronger part. So that's why you saw me like trying to rip this thing off. So elongating your nubs and stuff, or tongue, your buckle tongue, works pretty well. So I may went a little bit overboard, but I think this having more material here maybe makes it stronger, and it makes it more, I think, easier to kind of actually press it through and pop that through in there. So I think that works out well to have a long, elongated slot as opposed to just a circle. So that feels pretty good there, nice and tight. Let's go ahead and clear that notifications from Facebook. Clear. Yeah, and it's really fun to kind of feel that, the vibration stuff. Of course, you can do that on your iOS device, but there's some certain there's got to be some scenarios where you're away from your device or something. I think one of the cool scenario ideas was maybe you're a drummer or something. You're doing something and you can't hear it and you can't see it, so at least you'd be able to feel it. So that's pretty neat.
Maybe make like a metronome or something like that. Have the tempo going to it.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay in beat with.
Yeah. All the components are press fitted too. There's no glue or screws here. So also I'm using the ribbon wiring here, the silicone cover stranded wire, because it's definitely more flexible and it won't break or melt like the PVA stuff here. The motor actually has a little bit of hot glue as strain relief, so I noticed that joint right there is pretty good. So just trying to focus here, the camera, because is that better? Yeah, it's better. So yeah, you still have access to all your sensors on there if you just kind of move the wires around. Maybe we could solder the wires underneath the board. There is some elevation here, so the board isn't touching the bottom of the case. There are some standoffs underneath it. I really like how they're all clipped in there. There's like certain nubs and stuff that are holding the PCB in place, so it's not going to fall out. So it's really cool. And I think I mentioned it, the vibration motor has a sticky backing that you just peel off. It comes with it, ships with it, and that's really helpful because then you can have a little bit of a loose tolerance and, you know, put that in there.
Kay Wynn on the Facebook chat was asking about Ninjaflex. I linked to a couple of the spools that we do stock on the Adafruit shop. Just go into adafruit.com/new, and in the search type in Ninjaflex. You can see a couple of the different colors and types of Ninjaflex that we have. We have it in both 175 and 285.
Yeah. Yeah, and there you go. Make some
and one of the
loops.
applications that this is used a lot with is like the Enable community, where they were 3D printing the arms and fingers. So to do a lot of the skin tone matching, we have a couple of skin tone colors in there as well.
So is it 2080, the category?
Just go to search Ninjaflex, so all of the spools will show up.
Really? Okay.
And you can see that we have semi-translucent white, which is very good for diffusion. We also have the glow-in-the-dark one as well. Oh, wait, no, we're out of stock on that one, but we do have a bunch of the skin tone ones.
I'll throw in a little bit of a story. Do we have time? Not really. Kind of. It doesn't matter. I was going to say. I think, yeah.
And
okay.
then Yermo on YouTube chat was saying the Haptic driver is the DVR 2605 for the buzzer.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yep. So let's kind of walk through the Learn Guide, huh? So yeah, all the parts are listed in the Learn Guide. There are a couple of prerequisite guides. So if you wanted to learn more about the DRV 2605 haptic motor controller, we have a full Learn Guide on using it, some more demo code and stuff. We also have similar to the Feather Sense Learn Guide. It'll give you all the pinouts, where to download CircuitPython, that sort of stuff. We also have a dedicated CircuitPython and BLE Learn Guide, getting started Learn Guide. Yeah, so very similar to last week's project. We're just, instead of the toggle switch, we have the slide switch because it's, you know, a little bit smaller profile. So we're out of stock on the Feather Sense, but let's see if DigiKey has any. So a little DigiKey button here. Click on that. They are, I think, they are out of stock, unfortunately. Right. Oh, yeah, they're on back order. So you know, the team will be working on making more, I'm sure. But you could use the NRF 52840 Express, since we're not using all the onboard sensors. It's about $5 cheaper anyway. I think that one is in stock. You can quickly search for that. Am I in the right tabs? Yeah.
And we talked Duester into getting a spool of Ninjaflex.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Snow White one comes out very nice. It, despite the white pigment in it, it does diffuse pretty well.
I love the white Ninjaflex Snow. It's really lovely material. Really, really nice white.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've said, it's, boy, I've used it on so many fun projects like unicorn horns and so many wristbands.
Go ahead and when you're in the product page for any of the spools, you can scroll down and it'll show you a list of all the projects in the Learn Guide.
Sure. But real quick, if you don't, if you want to get a feather with the NRF 52840, we have the NRF 52840 Express. It just doesn't have all those onboard sensors. If you don't need those, you just need BLE and you have some other sensor or something that you want to have external, this is a great choice. It's about $5 cheaper. And it's available from Adafruit right now. So you can do that or order on DigiKey if you'd like.
And then Kirby saying that, yeah, recent web design changes to the DigiKey site has made it a little bit harder to see when things are out of stock. I did notice that.
I see that, yeah. So if like you hit add this, it'll let you add it to the cart, but it'll say, oh, we're back ordered. So you got to follow through that. And here we are. This is also back ordered, unfortunately, but hey. So, hey, we got some in stock right now. Cool. I was actually going to use this board for this project, but I ended up having one more Feather Sense left. So now I'm completely out. Only had 2 to start with. I guess we'll walk through the Learn Guide. I'm going to pull out some things real quick. Very similar circuit diagram. If you folks are working on projects and you're thinking of doing up some of your own documentation, we got a nice library of Fritzing Parts, so you can check that out. I got a link here. So you get all these different parts here. So that's great. We add them as we add new Learn Guides and new products. We generate and create new parts for Fritzing. For the 3D printing, we got the Fusion 360 file. We have a link here so you can download in different formats. I also put it on Thingiverse. I do share my Ninjaflex settings. Even though I'm using a different slicer, this is like FlashForge's slicer or Monoprint, whatever white label name that they use these days. I tend to use the same settings across different slicers, whether I'm doing Cura or whatever the slicer is. I tend to use the same stuff. So I really crank down the speed. I normally print at like 60 millimeters a second. We do half that, so you're looking at 30 millimeters a second. A little bit hotter than recommended. I think the recommended is like 230. I tend to go a little bit higher at 240. I got to make sure my window is well ventilated so that the fumes get out. Retraction's off. Infill, you can play with 0 if you'd like. Depends on what you're printing, but 10 is a good base. And then perimeters, I stick with 2. So those are the slice settings for this particular project. But normally I use that for all Ninjaflex stuff. The top cover and the case are printed in PLA, so you can use whatever typical slice settings you like to use. We do have all of the parts available on GitHub, so if you want to get the vibration motor or the breakout board or even the Feather Sense, we have 3D models of them in our GitHub repository. These pages will walk you through installing the latest version of CircuitPython. That's always a good walkthrough. There are some libraries here that you'll need to get Bluetooth pairing happening. There's also a bunch of sensors on board the Sense, so you might as well get those libraries in there as well. Some additions to the code. So if we scroll down here, again, shout out to Liz. Right here under app colors in this this little array here, you can see that there's Basecamp, some SMS stuff, Discord. You can actually do Discord. And there's a script that you can use to kind of pull out and sniff what notifications are coming, so you can kind of do your own little test. Because we don't unfortunately have like a full list of all the apps because it's just too many of them. But here's a good list of a good amount of them. So yeah, you can read through them there. And it's also using Kattni's LED animation library, Kattni and Roy. They put together that library, and it uses the built-in colors now, so you can just say a color like color.yellow, color.green, instead of having to create your own list of colors.
So handy.
Yeah, so it's really, really nice. So check that out. And it also has the mindfulness feature in here that it will trigger the vibration motor on the hour, every hour. And you can change that too in the code as well, which is pretty cool. So check those out. There's also a good walkthrough of the code that Liz put together. So it really breaks down each piece and gives you a better understanding of all the pieces and how they work together. Also some handy links and stuff for some more reading on the documentation of the libraries, so you can get a full rundown on them. Cool. Walk through the wiring real quick. We got a little bit of assembly. And it's all there for ya. I just got another one here. I think white is set for like all the other notifications. Was it an email, Jim? Yeah, it was an email. Yeah, from Gmail. So here we go. Let me clear it out. Sweet. Yeah, that blue LED is just let me know that I'm connected. And there's also some special stuff in there too. Like if we lose connection, it'll like vibrate and turn red, I think.
I think one of the funniest use cases for this is, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was an update or one of the settings that we just can't find on your phone, vibration notifications have been completely disabled on your phone for whatever reason.
Happened, yeah.
So you're using this as a backup
for
all of your notifications, like when you're doing a voiceover or doing a video or something like that. The phone has stopped. Like, you don't always have it in your pocket, but you can always have that on. Yeah. And you're able to get your vibration notifications that way.
Yeah, or you can strap it to something else. But yeah, the vibrations really come through well, and they do feel nice and pretty strong, which I'm surprised at. Sweet. So that's the project. I hope you guys like it. It's good.
So this is a variation of last week's project. If you want to bring up the Learn guide for that, or just
we just finished it.
Just a quick shout back to last week's project. This is the portable version. Last week it was the desktop version of that.
Yeah, the wearable version. And now it's, excellent. Okay. I think that covers it. Real quick, we'll do what is it, Friday or Saturday? Saturday we'll be attending the Virtually Maker Fair that's happening on Saturday. What is that? What's the date?
This week, whatever that is, calendar.
So I'm on their homepage, I think.
23rd.
The 23rd. You're sure?
Yeah, just look at the calendar.
Okay.
Saturday,
yeah.
May
So
23rd.
They reached out to us and Adafruit team, and so we'll be talking about some various things. So Lamar and Phil will be talking about how they were doing some stuff. And we have John will also be talking about Make Code, CircuitPython, I think the hand washing timers.
Yeah, the theme is like some of the COVID efforts that we've been doing at Adafruit.
Sure, yeah. Erin St. Blaine will be sharing some cool stuff, some cosplay stuff, which she's been working on. And we'll be sharing
a couple of the COVID-related projects, like the thermal camera, the temperature monitor with IoT, and of course a bunch of the face shields that we've been making for the doctors in New York.
Yeah, so if you want to see the full list of folks that will be sharing their projects on that day.
There's a bunch.
There's a bunch. Let's go ahead and pop that link into the Discord and do the various channels. There's that.
Definitely tune in for that this weekend.
Stuff to watch.
Relax too.
Yeah, or get inspired by. So we'll be hanging out there.
All right, we're getting to the end of the show, but stay tuned. We are going to have the 3D printed show and tell.
Yeah.
Right after this. So if you guys want to join in, we're going to post the StreamYard link in the Discord. So you can join in and show off any project that you're currently working on, or maybe just your makerspace, or your kid's project, or preferably your pet, your cat, your dog. All are welcome, so definitely stop by right after the show. We'll post the link. And then later on tonight, I have the full hour of show and tell. It's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep. It's subject to change. Lamar and Phil have duties now. So last week, for example, it started at 9 p.m. So just to throw that out there, it will probably move now since things. All right, that's going to be it for the show. We'll see you later tonight and in like a minute. I'll see you guys there on the other side.
Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.